Hey all. I wasn't gonna try this challenge put out by my friend over at Big Dreams Homestead. One video uploaded every day in the month of December. I don't feel like I have the time to do it this month, but I don't know, something inspired me to just get out the camera and see what I can do. It might be good for me to just not think too hard about what I'm going to video every time. So it's going to be dark here soon, but I wanted to come out in the woods and walk a little bit. I can show you how pretty it is here. If you're new here, we have 5 acres in Oregon, in the Pacific Northwest of the United States. It's mostly wooded, mostly Douglas fir and big leaf maples. I have a lot of plans for this property. If you've been following along, you know what they are. We have a lot of work to do. One of the things I want to work on, I probably haven't really talked about, are the trails in the woods here. Let me turn the camera around and see if I can show you a little bit. They are kind of overgrown. There are existing trails, but they need some work, and it's one of the things I'm hoping to work on a little bit over this winter. And let me see if I can turn this around here. This is where we enter. This is behind the house and at the back of the backyard, where we start entering into the whole rest of the property. Going to the back is wooded. Over here to the side is, if you watch previous videos, where that big leaf maple was cut down in the garden space over there. And over here, this is one of the paths that enters the woods. And I'm sorry I don't have real good stabilization on this camera. I've not learned how to use all of my equipment yet, and this is just my phone and I'm just holding it. So it gets a little overgrown right about here. The path is supposed to go right through here and then up back through there, and some of these limbs are in the way, but I'm gonna duck around them here. And I see some of these pretty little trees that somebody planted before we got here. A couple more over here. I'd like to clear this all out and make a sitting area or a picnic area. Okay, let's go back here. Just a little bit. I didn't put my boots on, so I can't go much further right now, but you can see how that trail goes back further and goes up a bit. Our land is a slope from the back towards the front, so this whole trail goes uphill when you're going towards the back. There are some offshoot trails too that need cleaned up, but I'm hoping to maybe, especially on this side that's behind where the garden area is, to fence off some portions and get pigs, maybe goats in here to clean out the understory, because we have some really cool older growth Douglas firs, and this You know, I think years ago, this property, the woods were managed better, and they've been neglected for a few years, so we have to get it back to a managed status again. I know goats can't have those ferns, those bracken ferns, like right there, and they're everywhere, so we'll have to get rid of some of those. I don't know if pigs can have them, or if they will. They're actually not hard to dig out, it's just there's so many of them. So we have a bit of work to do there. I just love it back here. It's so peaceful. Check out this tree. Gotta love the Pacific Northwest. Looks like Dr. Seuss in the forest with moss growing all over the trees. And you can see the ferns are growing right out of the moss all the way up the tree. I don't have my boots on. I can't go very much further. It's very wet. We got snow last night, which we're never really expecting because we just don't get very much snow. As a matter of fact, that might be all we get for the whole year. And it melted off by noon. It was gone. Someday I want to learn more about permaculture and food forests and you know, gardening and raising animals in the forest, because the larger part of our property is wooded. There's also lots of opportunities back here for wildcrafting, gathering wild edibles, and in some cases maybe cultivating them. But I have a lot to learn before any of that can happen. So for now, we just enjoy the occasional walk in the woods on a winter evening or morning. I love to go out in the morning where it's peaceful. And in the morning, the sun shines through the branches, and it's kind of meditative. We'll see you on the next video.